I'm Julia Flora. I will be talking about how you can use Quizlet to study for tests that you have. So all you do is just type Quizlet into Google. Just click on the first link that pops up. And when you do this, it brings you to this screen. And all you have to do is hit login in the upper right hand corner. And you just log in with Google because it logs in with your school account. So when you log in, it takes you to this screen. And these are all the sets that you have recently viewed. And so, sets can be made by teachers, or you can also access sets made from anyone. You can create a set up here. You can either create like a study set with terms or like a folder that you can put all the sets into, and a class where you could invite people to a certain Quizlet set for that certain class. You can also use these to study for tests. So if you just click on one of the recent ones like this, you have these flashcards that pop up, and you just click on them, and the definition is on the back. And you can learn them, write, spell. You can take a test with like all the words, like multiple choice or matching. And then there's games down here too that you can also use to study for your tests that you have.
If you create an account on Quizlet, you are able to make folders and join classes so you can organize your study sets. These are an example of all my folders, and then this is a class. And with the class, other people are able to join it, so it's just a collaborative folder. If I wanted to search something, I'm going to go up into the bar in the top right, and if I wanted to look for sets on Spanish numbers, I will search Spanish numbers, and then all of these results will pull up, and I can look through and decide what ones I want to look at. If I find one that I really like, I can click on it, and I can study it, and if I decide that I want to keep it, I will wait for it to load, and then I'm going to click this little plus sign down there and add it to a class or a folder. Let's say I want to add this one to my Spanish 2 folder. I'm going to click Add Folder, and then press the plus sign to Spanish 2, and then just exit out. If I want to create a set, I'm going to click Create, and then click Study Set. And the first thing you need to do when you create a set is give it a title. So in this case, I want to make a Quizlet on colors. So I'm just going to title it Colors. And then once I finish that, I can start filling in my definitions. And then I can decide what I want to put as the definition for it. There's also other examples or suggestions after you type certain things, so you can have help finding out what your definition is if you need it. Also, you can press the image button, and then you can find images for each of your terms, which can help you study if you're studying some sort of graph or something. Then as you create some more and you run out of your original few, you're just going to add card, and then you can add as many as you want. If there's a duplicate term, it'll let you know, and you can either ignore it or view it, or you can just completely get rid of it by deleting it. When you're done, you're going to press create. Then it's going to show you the full set. And then this little thing will pop up, and you can share it if you would like, but you can always share it later as well. Then if you would like to add it to a class or a folder, you can. And I'm going to add this one to Spanish 2. So I'm just going to press the plus sign and then exit out, and you have officially made your study set. To find your set again, you are able to click your library and you can press on study sets, folders, or classes. So if you press on folders, this is what's going to show up. And I put it in the Spanish 2 folder, so I'm going to click on Spanish 2. And there it's at. And then you can go through and do any of the activities on there. If you go to your study sets, it'll be the first one that pops up because it is the most recent set that you have created. If you decide to go to classes, it's going to look the same as the folders did.
This is how to make folders and classes on Quizlet. First, open the app or get it started on your computer, and then press the little plus sign at the bottom of the screen and select Create Folder. Next, you can add a title, and then you can add a description, but you don't have to. And then when you're done with that, you save. Then you can add sets that you have either created or have found online that would be useful for that folder. That's how to make a folder. And next, you do the same thing, but select Create Class. Then you put a class name, and you can also put a description, but again, it is not, you don't have to do it, it's optional. And then you save just like before. And then you add sets like you did before. You can add as many as you want that would be useful for your class to use. And that's how to create the class, and then you can just share it to your students. And that's all you need to know about making classes.
So now I got Quizlet open right now, and I'm going to go to this little search bar on the top right and type in something that we need to study. So say we're looking for Quizlets on World War II. So I'm going to hit enter. And now it's going to find me a bunch of Quizlets from various teachers about World War II. And you can kind of scan through these and figure out which one is best, like based on the material that they're studying. But I'm just going to click on a random one for right now. And then once you get here, it should pull up with all the terms and everything. And then you can come to the top and it'll have all these study tabs and stuff, but we don't want those. We want this live right here. So if it'll load down there, we can click it. Click on live. if it loads, then it should work. Oh, thank God. All right. Now we're going to hit get started. And now it's going to give you the option to do random or individuals and everything. And I would suggest doing random teams. One, it's just more collaboration between students, and you can kind of learn from other people, talk to new people. I think it's a really good, very good thing in the classroom. So we're going to select that one. And then now you get up here and you instruct the students on their computer or on the phone to go to this website. And once they get there, it should pull up and say like a code that they need to type in so that they can join the classroom and everything. You're going to put in this code and then instruct them to just put their name, make sure it's their name, because it's going to randomize everybody and it's easier for the students to find each other if they each have their name. And then their name should start to pull up right here and everything, and it will instruct the students on what to do next. It'll put them in groups, and you're going to give them a little time to go find their group and find who they're with. Once they're all seated, start the game, and it should be good from there. Make sure you display this whole screen up on the projector because it's going to show in little lines who's winning and everything. And yeah.
Hi, this is Kennedy, and I'm going to be talking about the Quizlet app. So when you first enter Quizlet, you'll see all of your sets. You can go into it, you can see all the different ones and when you last used them. You can see the ones you've created, the ones you've studied, and all of the other options. If you scroll down, you'll see your folders, your sets similar, your classes. You can create a set, create a folder. You just type in what you want. A folder is where you would put all of your study sets. And you can create a class for all of your students to have the same set to study. Then you can go to your account. It has all of your information. You can search study sets, you can search classes, you can search users. This is how you would have your students find your study set. So there's all of my ADM French study sets. To play Quizlet Live, you can go to that search and then you click Join Quizlet Live. The teacher will either have a scan QR code or a passcode for the students to join that. And yeah, that's